The Boys season finale is next week, and there are so many loose ends that have not been covered up. Honestly, I do enjoy this new season, and it just doesn't feel like a final season, if y'all get what I'm saying. You know, the stakes are there, but it doesn't feel like a lot of resolutions have been going on. So I have no idea what they're going to do. This last episode was crazy. Homelander got the V1. He's taking over the world, and yeah, he's just authoritative, and he wants everybody to think he's God now, which is crazy. And I'm really looking forward to this next episode, which is apparently not going to be like a long episode movie or anything. It's going to be the same length as every other episode, 1 hour. What the hell is this YouTube ad? Anyways, we're going to get into this video. Everything The Boys season 5 episode 7 foreshadowed for the finale. Let's get into it and let's discuss.
The Boys season 5 episode 7 just dropped, and somehow the finale feels even more impossible than it did before. Because now this episode didn't just set up one final conclusion, rather it basically set up an entire disaster waiting to happen. Soldier Boy might be ready to turn on Homelander, Kimiko is attempting to get the Soldier Boy blast that fries the V in Soup's blood, and Butcher is getting closer and closer to becoming something even worse than the enemy he's trying to stop.
I don't know. I feel like Homelander will get depowered at the end of it, though, because at the end of the day, if he didn't have powers, he would literally just be a pathetic man-child. That's it.
For the final
and I want to see that.
So drops, I want to go through everything episode 7 just set up for the finale, because if even half of this pays off, The Boys is about to end in absolute chaos. First things first, I want to discuss the setup of Soldier Boy potentially teaming up with The Boys. As we saw in this episode, when Soldier Boy tried leaving, Homelander basically
he had daddy issues. Like, oh my god, Dad, don't leave again.
Came from behind him and choked him out, putting him back in the chamber that keeps him asleep. Now I'm suspecting that someone from the Boys crew, either Huey or Butcher, will try to raid Vought Tower and will accidentally come across Soldier Boy in his sleep. And once they see that, they're gonna realize that's their golden ticket to taking Homelander down. They will release him, and I really doubt he's gonna be with Homelander now, despite changing his mind back and forth again and again. In the last episode, I think this will be the last time we see him
fake ass Captain America
switch up, because at this point there's nowhere else to go.
Bro, this man was really love struck over a Nazi, a racist prick. This man, okay, let me, it's part of the show, and I know that like that all of that was just foreshadowing or post shadow. What is it when like something pays off but like a prequel series hasn't come out yet, and we need details from the prequel series to really understand why? I have no idea. Let me shut up.
Nothing else Homelander could do to make him not go against him. And once he's out, he will likely try to go after Homelander, since he basically tried to imprison him. And if we know one thing about Soldier Boy, he really doesn't take it lightly when you go against him, and especially when you go behind his back, which is basically what Homelander just did. The guy's been done dirty by his old team. Yo, he's been betrayed
by everybody. Yo, nobody likes this nigga.
And as we saw, even Butcher turning on him for the right reason, which was to protect Ryan, Soldier Boy really took that to heart, and in this season, that's basically all he was doing. He was trying to get his get back against Butcher.
Soldier Boy does got aura though.
Crew, literally working with his son that he seemed to hate in season 3. So now, after giving Homelander the V1, this is an insane backstab.
But he said that like, oh, Clara would have wanted you to have it. F Clara!
Towards him, and I believe he's gonna be a key player in the final fight that goes down. And hell, he even could depower Homelander himself because of course of his chest blast. All he really needs to do is sort of come back to Homelander and be like, I'm sorry son.
Well, what is Marie gonna do though?
And then bang, they somehow pin him to the ground, this time in a more effective fashion than in season 3. And just like that, Soldier Boy activates his chest blast and he's depowered. And to be honest, I really highly doubt they're just gonna leave him in that sleep chamber, because the series is ending after all. So either he's gonna help kill Homelander or he's gonna die trying to do so. And honestly, I think Homelander might be able to kill him at this point. For some odd reason, I thought Soldier Boy was as strong as Homelander, or even a little stronger. But I think
he's just like a little bit weaker than Homelander, and he just doesn't have as many powers as Homelander.
Really got choked out like it was nothing. You're meaning to tell me that he can't even break out of it one bit? I don't know, maybe Homelander
you bitch.
stronger off the V1, or it's some insane plot detail I'm missing, but to me that just didn't make much sense. But anyways, I digress.
But yeah, they haven't really outright stated that the V1 gives him a power boost or anything.
To continue, if you enjoy these videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button to try and help me get to 20k.
Hey, we're almost at 20k as well. Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button too. Let's get both of us to 20k. I'm gonna drop bro a subscription as well. I love supporting people.
Next thing I want
to
talk about.
This is an entertaining video too, by the way. Marie Moreau. This is what I wanted to get to, bro. How is she gonna play into the finale?
Applied in this episode was Marie Moreau.
She was like, oh, this is the Odessa project. She's mad powerful. How powerful is she, my nigga? We gotta see.
Back to finally.
Will she even be able to like hold him down?
As a main character in this final battle. In case you guys didn't see Gen V, Marie Moreau is extremely powerful.
They really canceled Gen V. That's
deliberately
crazy.
Said to be even as strong as Homelander countless times. And even if she might not be, her powers are extremely useful and tactical. She's able to bend blood and control it. So if there's some final bloodbath in the final episode, that would literally be like a walk in the park for her. Not only could she kill people with it, but the soup she does kill would literally exponentially raise her power level if you really think about it, because the more blood there is, the more opportunity she has to take down whoever she wants. And in Gen V season 2, it was specifically implied that she could have the potential ability to control the V in a soup's body, or at the very least, of course, the blood within them, not just after they're dead and when it's out, but when it's still inside them.
But how would she take and separate the V from their blood? That kind of don't make sense.
Why she will be?
Wouldn't she have to, like, since the V is like invested with the blood, wouldn't she have to just drain the nigga's entire, you know, nervous system from with all the blood? That's not the nervous system, is it? Let me know which system the blood is in the comments of the body.
To killing off all the normal soups that will be in the boy's way. Say we get a scene of Butcher
I'm tweaking.
Storming at the
yo, I want to see this scene of them confronting that nigga in the White
House with all the other soups there. Marie will likely get rid of them and pave the way for Butcher to get the final kill. And I really think she could maybe be even powerful enough to hold Homelander to the ground, putting him there so someone can fry the V out of his blood. Think Avengers Infinity War, when all the Avengers are on the planet and they're all trying to get Thanos on the ground so they can take the gauntlet off him. It will surely take a lot of work, but I do think she could maybe even briefly pin him to the ground. Not put him asleep, but weaken him so someone could get on top of him.
At the end of the day, they're gonna jump Homelander. That's how they're gonna beat him. They're gonna jump that nigga at the end of the day. They're gonna jump Homelander with all the trump cards they have. They gonna have like Kimiko, Butcher. They gonna have Butcher like hold him. And then, okay, here's my prediction for the ending. So what they're probably going to do is Marie Moreau is going to hold Homelander with the blood and shit. Butcher is going to wrap tentacles around him. And then Kimiko is going to hit him with the blast. But Butcher is also going to get depowered at the same time. So now it's just Homelander and Butcher 1v1. No powers, no nothing, just straight man to man. And then I think Butcher's just going to beat the shit out of Homelander old-fashioned bar fight style. And then, yeah, that's how the end is going to be. That's how I'm predicting it, at least.
Him and use the chest blast. And this brings me to another key detail this episode really emphasized, which is Sister Sage engineering the final plan for the show. Now, I know you might be saying that, oh, she's really stupid now. But here's the key. The
she's
question
not stupid. She lobotomizes herself temporarily.
Love isn't really a problem anymore, since the show now is...
Yo, one thing I noticed... Okay, this is completely all time. I keep pausing. I know that. Shut up. But... when with certain black people's hair, like especially with locks, like you could tell this is a wig, cause look at how glossy their hair is. Like that's not like curly hair. This is a manufactured wig. You could tell. It's easy to tell. It's not like they don't really be making real like locks type shit. I don't know. I just wanted to point that out.
Really just about getting Homelander in the right place at the right time. Sure, she couldn't predict what Soldier Boy was gonna do, but now that he's in a chamber and if he gets out, he won't be on his side whatsoever, she doesn't have to worry about that variable anymore. After all, I can't think of anybody at this moment that loves Homelander, and as we know, he doesn't really like anybody else. So although she's been pretty useless for the past few seasons,
he did like Maeve.
I think she will help Kimiko get the Soldier Boy chest blast or find a way for the boys to be 10 steps ahead.
Wait, but they already did help Kimiko Kimiko get the chest blast.
Because of course now she's working with them. It was also hinted that she knows how to get Kimiko the power. If she really put her mind to it, I really think she could cook up a plan to take down Homelander, or come very close to doing so. Because although now he's more unstable than ever, that sort of makes him a little more predictable.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. Talk about, I'm gonna read a book in a bunker while the world burns. You're dumb as fuck. Like, for the smartest woman in the world, that was a dumbass decision.
Really think about it, because now being the deranged man he is, you could easily lure him or pull strings on his emotions to get him in the right place. I also suspect she could find a way to lure Homelander into a proper enriched uranium chamber. Of course, one he can't simply break out of. As we saw in episode 4, Soldier Boy trapped him in one that was pretty sturdy and efficient. And this wasn't some new advanced technology. I believe it was literally made in the 1960s or 40s. So what's to say the boys can't replicate one or make it even better? Because even in that old chamber, Homelander was stuck in it for a couple hours.
Wait. Did this dude not watch the latest episode? They already kind of replicated the uranium chamber, because that's what Soldier Boy was exposed to. And that's what Kimiko also got exposed to. And y'all saw how Homelander reacted when the radiation was there, when Frenchie... R.I.P. Frenchie, bro. R.I.P. Frenchie. He went out like a goat. I'm gonna give it a bug. He went out like a goat.
Smashing into it repeatedly. Sure, the enriched uranium doesn't kill him or pin him to the ground immediately, but the key is to have something there that he can't simply bash his way out of. And I don't know what kind of glass was used in that chamber, but it was something extremely strong to the point that he couldn't break out of it. And as we know, the boys literally now have enriched uranium. And to be honest, I thought it'd be a lot harder to get, considering they don't have any government ties. And I have no clue how they managed to extract it from Fort Harmony, since it would kill any regular human within minutes of exposure. As well, I'd further like to drive the point that she's fully with the boys. After seeing Frenchie die, she knows she really has to step up and do something, because this episode specifically
Sage, lock in.
Set up their relationship.
Yo, at the beginning of the episode, I already knew Frenchie was gonna die, saying, yeah, we're gonna have kids, and a puppy. Yeah, we got a puppy. When you see a character be too happy, be too conclusive about their future, that's how you know they're gonna die. Look at Rexplode from Invincible. R.I.P. I
truly think that before Frenchie died, they became friends. And I think Sister Sage sort of developed a soft spot for him. So I do believe that his death will sort of enrage her in some little way. Sure, it might not be that impactful to her, but I still think it will make her pull some strings to take down Homelander once and for all. And that brings me to my next point of Kimiko depowering Homelander.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
This whole episode was about getting Kimiko the Soldier Boy chest blast. The boys had seen how the
really
Russians
a
essentially
dirty nigga. Damn, she looked like somebody from the Bronx.
Gave it to Soldier Boy by doing these sort of experiments with the enriched uranium. So if they continue to experiment, it's only a matter of time before she gets it. And after seeing Frenchie die, I think it would be her way of avenging him. She can't simply get a little punch on Homelander.
Yo, what's good? The channel of random games. How you feeling?
Needs to do something substantial and something that will hurt him a lot. And what's worse than death for Homelander? Losing his powers. I think this would be perfect because it wouldn't be Kimiko killing him completely, since I do want Butcher to do that, but it'd be extremely satisfying for her to be a key part of really taking him down. Frenchie was literally the one person Kimiko ever loved.
Acid Disease? Is that? Did I pronounce that name correctly? Anyways, how you doing? Hope you're doing good.
And out of all the boys, he meant the world to her. So after he died, I really don't think she has anything.
Oh yeah, she got a vendetta against that nigga.
I don't even think she's willing to sacrifice herself just so Homelander can suffer. And as we know, tying back to what I said about Sage,
I don't want to see her die though. Come on, don't kill Kimiko.
Of how to do
we love her.
So I heavily suspect that by the finale, she will have developed the chest blast.
Oh yeah, I want to see her have this look when confronting Homelander. This look, that's that demon look.
Episode was the Deep. As we know, due to the oil spill that Black Noir caused, all the sea life in the oceans and lakes now think it's the Deep's fault. As we saw in the last episode, one of the fish were clearly hurt.
This man got rejected by fishes, bro.
by what he did. Even if
couldn't even say that, oh man, what a bitch.
Deep didn't really cause the oil spill, he technically did by killing Black Noir's theater director, and it was only payback for him to do so. So technically, yeah, it is his fault.
It is.
And in this episode, that was heavily emphasized. One of the hammerhead sharks that pulled up on him,
he said, yeah, come in the water, come in the water. He wanted that nigga to come in the water.
Said that if he steps a foot in the water or any water on Earth whatsoever, he will be killed immediately. And I think all the fish in the ocean have been spreading the message that he did this, that he basically killed billions of them. So I think this specifically foreshadows that either he will take his own life by going into the water, or someone will trick him into going in it. As we know, he doesn't really care about people, so he won't fall for the bait of going to save someone from drowning. But the Deep, being as dumb as it is, only has so many contexts where he'd be tricked into it. And I think it'd be pretty poetic for him to die by the very thing that made him everything he was.
Oh, I would love that, bro.
Out of all the things he does,
would he survive though? I feel like he's gonna die. I got a feeling he's gonna die.
Only defined by the powers he has, which very much so coincide with the ocean. And his love for the sea animals isn't necessarily performative, because we've gotten a lot of scenes where he communicates with them and he truly feels like they're his friends. So I think it'd be really funny if he got depowered or somehow lured into the ocean as all the fish pull him down to the deepest depths and kill him themselves. At this point, it'd be pretty earned, and it's the only thing that I think would be the most satisfying for his character to go out. After all, there's no way in hell that he survives the finale. And as the showrunner said, a lot of people are suspected to die, with the only two main character deaths being A-Train and now Frenchie. I think it's safe to say we're gonna get more than 5 really huge deaths in this episode, because at this point there's nowhere else
Damn.
to go.
Yo, don't kill Marie. Please don't kill Marie. I love Marie. I love Marie.
This leads me to believe that Starlight will sacrifice herself
I don't think she's gonna die. I feel like she's gonna have a little happy ending with Huey.
The finale. This is because of how much she's been paralleling Queen Maeve. When I saw her vaping and smoking in this episode, it really made me think to Maeve's character in earlier seasons. I remember in season...
and whatchamacallit, Marie saying that, oh, you know, I looked up to you. I watched your tape so many times, man. I guess you're not who I thought you were. She said, Starlight said the exact same shit to Maeve. Full circle. The boys are back in town. Hell yeah.
In 1 or 2, she'd be constantly hitting the vape pen. It really looked like she was in this depressed state. As well, in the last episode, we got this little conversation between Huey and Annie, where they discussed where they'd go after all of this was over. I think this is a classic thing to do when a character dies, to make it even sadder, because it's hinting at what could have been. As we know, Maeve sacrificed herself, getting her powers taken away to save everybody.
Hey, she's alive though.
In Vought Tower in season 3. And she came very close to dying by doing so. So say Huey's life is being threatened by Homelander, I think she'd step in front of him just to save him. Because as we've seen throughout the entire series, Starlight looks up to Maeve immensely, so I heavily think she could follow in her footsteps.
Holy shit, yo, her plastic surgery was crazy, bro.
Out of every member of the 7, she recognized that Queen Maeve was the realest one, and she still had some good in her after everything that she's been through. So at the very least, I think she will lose her powers. But for some reason, I could very easily see a scene where Huey visits her grave in the ending, and I think it'd be a really good emotional payoff for her character.
Bro. Because I don't think she's gonna die.
Last few seasons, she's been pretty useless. So by sacrificing herself, I think it would make up for all of those missed opportunities. And finally, the most disturbing setup I caught in this episode was Butcher becoming the final villain. With Joe Kessler coming back, which was incredible in my opinion, since I love the actor and the character itself, he basically showed us the true dark
story of him leading everyone that loves him into death, and the fact that he's done it before. Yeah, this nigga's dead. I feel like Butcher's at least gonna lose his powers. I don't feel like he's gonna become the villain. I feel like he's just gonna depower Homelander and probably like beat the shit out of him. Hey, my prediction from what I said earlier in the video, I think that's going to stand at the end of the day.
If you didn't already know by season 4, as we know, Kessler basically tells this true story of Butcher willingly having hundreds of his men killed just to get the one target they were assigned to kill. Now, if that isn't foreshadowing for what he will do for the boys, then I don't know what is. It could perfectly replace aspects of the story with what's currently happening, and it would honestly make total sense. Instead of the target being some random person, imagine it to be Homelander, and imagine his men
that's what I want to see.
Boys. Thus, I think it's being foreshadowed that he'd be willing for some of his friends to die just so he can kill Homelander once and for all. And this has been something hinted since the season 4 finale when he got powers. And when he kills Kessler in this episode, it's very clear that he's different than who he used to be. Don't get me wrong, I found it extremely comedic and funny how he kills him and he says that he enjoys every aspect of it. But another part of me thought that, damn, this dude's really dark. Almost to the point that he really doesn't care about killing whatsoever. Almost like he's some sort of serial killer. And you could even see it on Huey's face for a brief moment, how terrified he was of Butcher, especially after hearing that story and seeing him kill Joe Kessler in such a brutal fashion.
He actually didn't kill Joe. He killed the psychic pedophile dude that was, you know, masking as Joe, technically.
I had to put on the nerd voice for that
again, after seeing Frenchie, one of his closest friends, die, he will be more enraged than ever before.
Oh yeah, he's gonna crash the fuck out.
Killing anybody he has to. Innocent, guilty, I don't think it really matters to him.
I don't care. Hey, if Butcher crashes out, I'm here for it.
Just so
I want to see it.
Homelander, the one person who has destroyed everything.
I bought my tickets for the theater premiere already. I'm ready.
I caught in this episode and all the setups that I think are leading to this insane finale. If I missed anything, of course, let me know in the comments down below and follow me on Kick for upcoming streams that you don't want to miss.
Damn, he's streaming on Kick. Damn, I mean, hey, I'm not shaming nobody's platform, but Kick is crazy, bro. All right, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know your predictions for this final season in the comments, bro, because this final episode is going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of bloodshed. There's going to be a lot of shit. All right, anyways, hope you guys have a great, beautiful day, safety, and goodbye.